It is. Now this is going to be a race. It's going to come down to really sideboards on this. Some of
Yeah.
the cards are kind of are dead in the sideboard on these matchups, but again, it is a good race.
Yeah, I think the big cards are going to be Aurelia out of the sideboard, a Johnny. Whoever can stick in a Johnny first is going to have a significant advantage.
Strange Brews means you got to tune in more. We just had Dason on stream last night.
Yes, we did. We had a good number of people in here, but none of our regulars. Yeah, agreed. Other Jake, History of Benalia is always a very powerful card, but I really think it's going to come down to a Johnny and Aurelia. So we saw Dason accidentally
Flip a card.
Flip
Just
a
gonna have
card
to
over.
reshuffle real quick.
This deck is a little bit different than things we've seen Dason play in a while, though.
Now Dason did play at last standard a lot of
He played a lot of blue-white God Pharaoh's
God's
Gift,
First Gifts, right?
which
Blue-white
is
God's First
similar. It plays similar to Boros, I think, in that you're trying to go fast.
You're trying to get there. Turn 4 refurbish during that time was amazing.
Yeah.
Go speed, go.
Go Speed Racer.
Yeah. Little Rocketeer likes some Speed Racer.
Yeah, he also likes the Rocketeer.
Fox's hand. That is a hand that I personally would keep.
That is a hand you have played against me.
Now this hand is a little bit more diverse.
I kind of like Dason's a little bit better.
I do. It does give you more of a curve
Yeah.
there.
I mean, Fox is like one or two draws away from good stuff, though.
Correct. That's a card that I do see a lot of people.
Is that the
moving in.
Snubborn
Yes,
Sentry?
where you have the city's blessing, it gets bigger.
Yeah.
But 3 Haunted Witness is great.
Yeah.
But Dason did get an Adonto Vanguard, which is
Which
awesome.
super good.
Is an all-star.
You know, when I first read that card, I was like, it's all right. It's all right. And then having played with it and gotten my face smashed in with it enough times, very strong. Knight of Grace.
First strike is going to make a big difference.
Yeah.
But Dason does have his own Knight of Grace as well. Now, we won't be seeing any black permanents from any of these guys, so
No.
they ain't going to be getting the buff.
So we got the Knight of Grace. Dason going to play that Legion's Landing.
Which will get him
A Vampire.
Vampire. Now, Lifelink does make some difference in this race.
Yeah. I like the art on the Hunted Witness.
1 mana for a 3/3. Yeah, when you get there.
I agree, Strange Brews. I think you turn that Knight of Grace sideways.
So Dason just 2 cards away from having the blessing.
So Baffling End on the Knight.
On the Knight.
Yeah, now I definitely turn my Knight of Grace sideways. Fox is going in with everything.
I mean, I do like the choice here. You're going to make him pay 4
Yeah.
to keep the Vanguard alive, which, you know, the race for life. And Fox not really worrying about blocks here because if his Haunted Witnesses do die, he gets
Yeah, they're
extra
untasked too.
when they come in as blockers.
So they said just electing to block 1.
And he'll take the 4.
So Snowborn has 0 power to start with.
0 power. When City of Blessing, he'll get plus 3,
Becomes a
plus 3.
3/3. Gotcha.
And there's a
Benelish Marshal. That was a good draw. Now, you've played this deck pretty extensively. Do you just turn all 3 sideways and flip
Well,
that?
here's the choice. He has the Loxodon, which if he taps everything to convoke it, they all get +1/+1 counters.
True.
So it's, do you make your board state
Better.
where he can't block and just better, or do you attack him? He's going to opt to make everything
Bigger.
bigger.
Which is Not a bad call at all. Personally, I probably would have turned him sideways to trigger that Legion's landing.
He does have the city's blessing now.
Ah, that's important. So another Benelish Marshal coming down.
Which makes everything
That's
really big.
Yeah. And the city's blessing makes that Snubhorn currently, what, a 6/6? Yeah, it's a 6/6 right now.
Correct.
Now, the card that gives all your guys 1/1, or +1/+1, and +2/+2 if you have the city's blessing, is that an instant?
Yes.
Ooh, brutal. So Fox just throwing everything in front of the Vampire. And Vanguard in front of Vanguard. Now, Dason doesn't need to pay life to save his own Vanguard.
Look like Fox opting to pay the 4
to keep his alive.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a good call. Dason pulled ahead real quick, but Fox is still in this. That Vanguard could win him the game.
The sideboard's going to make the difference, really, at this point.
Sure.
Depends on how many settler wreckages Dason and Fox do run the side. Can make the difference. Again, Dason not opting to not go all in is a great play.
He shows a lot of restraint. Yeah, Fox just elected to move the game too, buy himself as much time as he can for the next 2 games that he's got to win. I think you might be right though. Settler wreckage actually may be the deciding factor here. Whoever's got more copies.
But an experimental frenzy, that is also going to be key.
Yeah, I wonder if Dason's running that.
Looks like he's seen some. That is another card.
That's Response Resurgence, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, Dason being all sneaky.
He does have those frenzies. Okay. There they are.
Now, would you bring him in this match?
Yes, I mean, I would bring it in. I do like to be able to just ripping cards off the top and getting threats out as quickly as possible. But you have to be very careful because if you get flooded with land, that doesn't help.
The big one that I'm thinking of is, if you run through all that stuff and you get stuck with your settles in your hand.
That is 100% true. Getting stuck with a settle it's rough. But on the top of the library, it's not a bad thing.
True.
It is an instant speed.
Yeah.
Now, Fox will be on the play here, so on the play. It's similar to any aggro deck. You're always better when you're on the play.
Yeah, and that might even affect his sideboard choices. Just if he's on the play, he might want to go a little bit lower to the ground, get out some damage out faster. And then game 3, if he takes this one, he may swap the sideboard out again. Something a little bit slower, a little bit more able to deal with Dason's threats.
Now, also, Fox does have those Aurelias. Those Aurelias are very good in this matchup. Not sure if Dason's running any Aurelias.
I didn't catch any in his sideboard when he was flipping through it. But
neither did I. Again, another thing that Fox does run, besides Aurelias, the Baffling Ends are great. I'm not sure if Dason runs those. That's great in this matchup.
That card is really good, Baffling End. I kind of had hope for a Silk Wrap reprint, but Baffling End definitely a little bit stronger, I think.
Now, Fox running a Remorseful Cleric. How do you feel about that in this matchup? So, looks like Dason opted not to run Remorseless Cleric. I see some guys run it. It's great for Golgari.
Yeah, I like that it flies.
It does. It also does work against Drakes.
Yeah. All that jumpstart shenanigans needs to go away.
What's your record? Yeah.
Well, we're back.
We've been here.
We've been here.
We never went nowhere.
We didn't leave. We were just...
We were talking the whole time.
Apparently to ourselves.
Hey, well, whatever. Sometimes you just got to talk to the smartest people in the room, right?
This is what we do. This is what we do at work. We just sit there and talk to each other. Hey, how you doing? How you like magic? It's going well. But again, like we were saying earlier, those petrol sleeves. My boy Fox is running petrol sleeves. I love those.
Because it's gas.
It's gas. That is my only. It's petrol. It is gas.
If they made the petrol sleeves in a non-matte, I would definitely buy them. Because I am the odd man out here, and I am the one person in all the world that hates the matte sleeves. What is that card?
That, Shieldmare.
Ah, okay.
The one that gains him 3 life, and if it's targeted, gets 3 more life.
Wow.
Yeah. That is usually brought in against the mono-red matchup.
Yeah,
it's
I can see that.
3 for 3.
But I think it's going to make a difference here, actually.
3 for 3. It may. Gaining the 3 life is
big.
Big.
Yeah. Against any aggro list. I mean, a little bit less so against like white weenie type strategies. Because they have, it's all creature combat. But, yeah, life gain is big.
Red Baron doesn't hate matte sleeves. He prefers not to use them. But if they're petrol, he uses them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Because it's gas. That's all.
I have 14 commander decks all sleeved in non-matte sleeves.
Let's not talk about that.
But my standard deck is sleeved in matte sleeves.
Again, look, Donto Vanguard. That card is just an all-star here. It's swinging in for 3 damage every turn.
That's a history of Benalia.
That's a history. Yeah, that's a big one.
So we got 2 flying coming in.
Like we talked about, he did not side them out. He kept them in, and that 2 flying does work.
Yeah, especially since he didn't see a Healer's Hawk out of Dason round 1.
Correct. And Dason's going to answer with his own history.
Yeah. So now Dason is currently... I think he's still a little behind. The fact that his guy does not fly is big.
Now, those tokens. I do prefer Fox's Knight.
Well, those ones are a lot harder to come by.
They are, but that Knight token.
They're sweet, dude. They're real sweet. So Fox misordering that a little bit. Played his land before he ticked up the history.
Bad Fox.
Boo Fox. So we got a Knight of Grace. That's a good one. The first strike is relevant here.
It is, especially against that Odonto. That's when Dason's going to really have to figure out what he wants to do.
Yeah. It's likely to cost him 4 life.
Now, Fox's Knights will trigger before Dason's.
Yep.
So Dason has to figure out at that point what he wants to do. But the Shield Mirror here is big.
Yes, definitely.
But
that's a Conclave
Tribunal. Yeah, that's an F&M promo, by the way. Wonder where he got that at. Maybe F&M.
F&M.
See, come on down, guys. Play some F&M. Get some cool cards.
He might have gotten it last night when he placed 3rd at F&M.
Correct. Get some shiny stuff. My precious.
I like me some shinies.
Gerard don't like shiny stuff. This is why Gerard can't have nice things.
I like it. It works out for me.
Am I saying Gerard smash? Now, that is a good play right there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
It does stop that trigger from the history, so those knights do not get any bigger than the 2/2 they are. That epic swing does not happen.
But Dason still does.
Now let's see if we can have a Tribunal back from Fox. Now look at that glare off that Concrete Tribunal. It's shiny.
It's good. So Fox just electing to swing in with the 2 knights, it looks like.
Looks like he wants to trade for him so that the trigger won't happen next turn.
Yeah. I think if I'm Dason here, though, I don't know. I think I do block it. Because he's not going to get to crack back.
He's opting to block 1.
Not a bad call.
Not a bad call at all. Now, Dason is sitting on a land and a Loxodon, so he does have...
That's pretty good.
And that Shield Mare, so he does have some gas still.
So that's a Benelish Marshal.
That is a Benelish Marshal.
And it looks like we might see a Convoke here. I like this play. Because Dason traded off one of those knights, the crackback's not going to be huge.
Yeah.
Tribunal.
Now that is a great play. Tribunal the Tribunal.
That's a good one.
Now that's a non-foil on a foil. How do you feel about that one? Huh?
Makes me sad a little bit.
Now there's that trigger. Dason does have a 4/3.
Is that a Resplendent Angel? Ooh.
Is that a Resplendent Angel?
It looked like it. That's a good one.
That is a great card to have. If that is a Resplendent Angel, that's a great card to have.
It's a nice 3/3 flyer for 3.
Now that Sky Marcher. That is a card that me and you argued about for
weeks. I would like to say it was a discussion. It may have started as a discussion, but it ended up being an argument.
Ended up in face slaps and arguing, and
it is a Sky March. Okay. Yeah. Now, because he has the City's Blessing, this is a great card.
Yeah, it does have flying. It can trade off with that Cleric.
Yeah, so Dason just turning everything to Convoke. No real reason to try to swing in with the Knight, even though it's buffed up.
Correct.
Better just make a bunch of...
Now, Fox does have a nice swing back with the 3 in the air.
Yeah, the 3 in the air is pretty good. It's going to get pretty bad if Dason can't answer that history, though. Oof.
Ooh, follow-up history.
That's rough.
That is a good play. So those are all 3/3s. They can pretty much trade with anything.
Yeah. I think the Shield Mare and the Loxodon are the only things that stay alive currently. Looks like Dason is deep in the tank here.
I think he's, you got to wonder at this point, do you play around Settle the Wreckage? And that's the big key.
Oh, Fox?
Fox and Dason is that, where do you play around? Fox's next turn, he's cracking back for almost lethal. So
yeah, I think, honestly, though, I think Fox just goes for it.
True, and now that he has only 3 mana untapped and no cards in hand, it's a no-brainer. You're going for...
Yeah. This is a big one.
You're going to kind of push the point here. And those knights are vigilant.
Yeah. That's a big thing. They're 5-power vigilant knights.
5/4s. Now, they do trade off with the Shield Bearer.
The Shield Bearer won't be able to kill one. It only has 3 power.
Oh, it's a 2/3.
Yeah.
That's right. It's only 3 power. Won't be able to kill him.
Yeah. None of Dason's creatures except for the Loxodon will be able to kill one of those knights.
You are correct on that, sir.
So it looks like Fox reading the Shield Mare.
Again, he has to target it for Dason to gain the 3 life.
Might be worth it here though. Yeah.
True. He'll let Dason gain the 3.
And then he can swing for 20 with just some knights. So that's a swing for 25.
Now, Knight of Grace is first strike, so...
Yeah, even though Loxodon's not going to be able to take it down.
Correct. This is... these blocks would be very tough for me.
It's very important.
And Fox being such a high life total.
Yeah.
Dason has to be in that point where he's like, do I chump block and try to rebuild, or hopefully have enough of my creatures to survive the crackback?
Yeah. I mean, the problem that we're looking at here is that it's coming again next turn.
Right. That is a huge issue. So now here, if you're a Dason, would you pay the 4 life to keep that Adonto alive?
Taking 15? No. He's currently taking 15. I let the Adanto die here. Although if Fox had a shock, he would have used it on something already.
Oh, sorry. Just a little shocking.
I guess at this point there might not be a huge difference between 5 and 1. Yeah, I might pay it.
We're gonna live on the edge. We're gonna ride the wild side. Go to 1.
Looks like Fox or Dason is doing that. But he's only taken 10 at this point now, so that's a little bit better. Yeah, he blocked a third night.
He paid for it.
Yeah. Much better at that point.
Yeah.
Definitely would have paid for it there. Fox's night force has been diminished by 1. But Dason's blockers went down by 3.
Can he survive a full swing next turn?
No.
No cards in hand.
No, he can't. Because the Remorseful Cleric is half his life total.
Yeah, and they're going to go to game 3.
Yeah.
Again, now Dason is on the play.
Yeah.
It does make a big difference, like I said earlier.
It definitely does. And there's an argument to be made for changing your sideboard options here if you're Fox.
I mean, being on the play and on the draw is a huge sideboard swap.
Especially in a deck that's so low to the ground like this. Looks like Dason is switching up his plan a little bit here too.
He's thinking hard about those Johnnies.
I think they come in. I think that if you have some kind of low-end flyer you can press your advantage with, Johnny is very good here.
Now, what is your favorite of Johnny, though?
Adversary of Tyrants has the coolest name.
Of course.
But I think I'm a big fan of Mentor of Heroes.
Now, chat, what is your favorite of Johnny? Let us know.
That one are Steadfast.
I mean, you live in Commander. 100 life? I win.
Yeah, but I don't like green, white, in Commander.
This is true.
But yeah, Johnny Mentor Heroes in Commander is pretty gross. Vengeant is sweet. He blows up lands. They haven't made a Planeswalker that does that since him.
You and you guys land destruction. I'm an aggro player. I just need two.
Well, a Johnny Vengeant blows up all your lands, not mine.
Yeah, exactly. I just need 2. I'm okay.
And he minuses to Lightning Helix stuff, which is pretty good. All right, Gerard, who's your favorite Planeswalker?
That is a tough one for me. I do love me some Karn Liberated. I do like to just be like, hey.
Character-wise, Karn is your favorite?
He is. He's great.
Yeah, Karn Liberated is quite good.
And he's just like, I'm going to take your stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you think you're winning? No, we're going to start over.
Yeah, I'm going to take this. This is mine. You know what? We didn't play enough Magic. We're going to restart the game. And everything I took from you is now mine again. So, let's play.
I like the whole +4.
Yeah. I'm not going to just +1 like regular Planeswalkers. I'm going to +4.
I want +4. Just like the Nissa, the Planeswalker deck Nissa from Kaladesh. Just +3, gain 3 life.
Yeah.
Like, I know Strange Brew is a big fan of that Planeswalker. But the best Planeswalker is Elspeth.
No, I do play a lot of Magic here at Other Realms. I have played with a lot of these guys. And I gotta tell you, Strange Brews has threw me for some loops. I mean, he was taking extra turns before taking extra turns was cool.
Yeah, he was. He was taking extra turns, And smashing your face apart with basic islands.
I remember the first time he's like, I'm going to get this Emrakul from outside of the game. You're going to what? Wait, let me read that card.
I'm gonna... Yeah. Yeah, that was gross.
Now it looks like Dason's on the Mall of 6. So land is going to leave it on top. So is Fox.
So that... You know the most surprising thing about that last game was? Is that Fox won on a mold of 5.
Correct.
Fox on a mold of 5 again.
That Sky Marcher. That does put in work, like we said.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, Benny. A foily.
Shiny Sacred Foundry. I like it. I like it quite a bit.
Shiny.
Knight of Grace.
He's like, cool, you're 2-1. Mine's first strike. Got him.
History of Benalia.
Again, the card is amazing.
So very good.
It's pretty much who casts the first history wins.
Well, yeah. I mean, Fox cast the first one, and then he cast more.
Yeah. I'm going to cast the first 3, and then we'll play some more Magic.
I like staying back on defense here. No reason to swing in.
That Legion's Landing. Great card. The Shiny Vampire token.
I never got any shiny tokens. I have a shiny.
It's gonna took them all. That's yours right there, sitting on the table.
That's where they went.
I like to play shiny vampires, so.
Gerard is cool with shiny tokens.
My wife's a fan of Twilight, so it's just they had to glisten.
Okay, gotcha.
She's like, "You're gonna play Magic, play the shiny ones." It's like, okay, got it. Shiny vampires, babe.
So you're Team Edward.
Yes, but don't tell anyone.
Well, we just told the whole world.
That's besides the point.
So Dason with another knight hitting the table. That's 3 2-power knights. And we're going to convoke for a Loxodon.
Which makes a big swing next turn. Now Fox has to have something to answer that.
Got the best love story ever told. Yeah, there you go. Twilight. Team Edward. I'm on Team Bella. She doesn't need no man.
Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah, Fox is in trouble, it looks like here. That's a big swing next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good thing Dason doesn't have that City's Blessing, though. 9, but the Benalia goes away next turn. Baffling on a Knight token. Good call. I think I might have hit the... Well, I guess the Vigilance is a big difference.
It is. Leaving it back as a blocker does hurt a lot.
Yeah. I was thinking about hitting the Dauntless Bodyguard, but...
And then we just need to get that extra token.
That was a surprisingly effective... She doesn't need a man to be emotionless and brooding. She can just be emotionless and brooding. Haven't you seen her in other movies? She couldn't act her way out of a wet paper bag.
Whoa. Yeah, true. Alright, Dason does have some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he's fully untapped.
Yeah.
I like this. But that Dauntless Bodyguard should be tapped.
The Dauntless Bodyguard should be tapped in this.
Snubhorn Sentry.
Oh, nice.
Benelish Marshall. So, Fox managed to get out of that only taking 10 damage. That's not bad.
That is not bad at all. Again, Dason is stuck on 3 lands, but he does have a Conclave Tribunal in hand.
Excuse me. That's big.
Speak words, Gerard.
Nah, words are overrated. Grunt and point.
Good card. A Dante Vanguard and a Tribunal. Those are great cards. Now, that I want to know what that...
That's Response Resurgence, I believe. It could be the Intervention one. You know what we could do? Hey, Jake the tech guy, could you have Dason show us his hand in the hand cam, please? Thank you.
He's going to try Tribunal the... Banish Marshal there.
Yeah, that's
take that
definitely
out.
the best call.
Make everything smaller.
So that's a big swing.
Yeah, swing with the boys.
Swing for 10, it looks like. 3 of it flying.
Now Fox does have to make some blocks here.
Must be done, yeah. It's unfortunate. Like, the fact that Dason's just not showing us the card really makes me want to see the card all that more.
Yeah. Let me see. Fox down to 8 here. It's just crunch time.
Yeah, Dason is in a real good spot. He doesn't really have to do much.
There's that 4th land.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do much but turn his guy sideways at this point.
Now that Response Resurgence.
Was it Response Resurgence? It looks like.
Looks like it may have been.
Yeah.
Fox couldn't find a way out of that.
There was,
he did scoop up that game.
It was inevitable, to be honest. He'd have to have a settle multiple times.
I mean, I think one settle would have
bought him time
to get there.
Definitely would have bought him time. I guess Dason didn't really have much in his hand other than removal. Yeah, one settle might have been enough.